Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rimville 86. We're going to mess around with Final Fantasy today. Uh, Probably just kill an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. But I figured I would come back with part two and we could just kind of hang out and play through a little bit. The last one, we went through the Seventh Heaven mod manager for Final Fantasy and kind of felt out which mods really felt good to upgrade the graphics. I chose the ones that didn't necessarily change the gameplay itself, but I focused more on graphical upgrades. So right now we're looking at playing a game that's 25 years old, so the graphics obviously 25 years ago isn't nowhere near what it is today. So that's kind of where we're at, and we're gonna to have apparently there's spiderweb up there. Today we're just gonna kind of play through. I think where I left off last time is we had made it to the bottom of the very first Mako reactor and getting ready to face the first boss. So today we're going to jump in and kind of play through a little bit. So let me figure out what's going on with my sound real quick and then we will get started. That should be right. Let me go ahead and switch over to the live stream. Okay, so, and you can't really see it well because of where it is, but let me stretch it out a little bit here. So the mods that we settled on last time was the 60 to 30 FPS gameplay, Cosmo memory, finishing touches, modern spell names, the SYW V5 battle textures, the field textures, minigame textures, spell textures, world textures, or world map textures, the 30 frame per second movies, and we use the Nino style battle models and HD models for field models. So that should get us kind of where we want to be. So let's jump in and see if it'll load today. Is what remastered. This is the one straight out of Steam. So if I bring it up in Steam, it's just the original. Yeah, I don't think I did the remastered one. Hold on, let me look. Yeah. So I got the remastered of Final Fantasy VIII, but I'm doing just the original Final Fantasy VII. And yesterday my mic wasn't working. Today it's just blasting, so sorry about that. That should be better. Okay. Alright. And yes, I use a controller, because I'm one of those people. So this is part of that mod pack, is it gets the... I wonder... because that didn't look right. That should have had a different video playing. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that should have been playing, so that's kind of weird. I'll have to restart here. We're doing the standard Buster Sword instead of random, so that's fine. Game over screen, we're going to use that one. Oh, I did update this. That's probably why this is not all there like it was last time. So, yeah, this is the OG Final Fantasy VII. So, yep. Oh, did I go quiet? Is that better? But yeah, I'm using. If you haven't used it, the Seventh Heaven mod manager is fantastic for bumping graphics on the old school. So I'm going to close out of that and finish tweaking this real quick. So default's fine. Map menus, those are all fine. Yeah, the boxes, I don't know if I want the boxes. Key binding's fine. Yeah, this gave us the upgraded ones. Is that the ones I wanted? Yeah, that's fine. And the mini avatars. Yeah. Okay. I think the other one was the modern spell names, which is just on off. So, okay, let's try that again. This time it should load like it's supposed to. You're up late, Jock. But yeah, man, I kind of started late, so I was watching some tech news and was kind of in shock about the EVGA thing. That kind of threw me off pretty big because EVGA is pretty big in terms of graphics card. But what can you do? That is a long day. What is that? 20 hours? Whew. Luckily, I do my standard 8 to 5, and it's only 11:40 here, so I got about an hour before I go to bed. Which I still got to take my daughter to school, so I'll be getting roughly 6-ish hours of sleep. It's more than enough. Oh. Yeah, I've had Final Fantasy 15 for a while now and kind of played through it, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't have the same vibe as. I gotta turn that down some. It's blasting in my ears. Um, it doesn't have the same feel as an old school Final Fantasy game. You know what I mean? They kind of switched it up with 12 and the new battle system, and went to live action button mashing, and so yeah. Oh, 14. I can't read apparently. Yeah, I want to get back into 14. I have an account. I just haven't played it in forever. So, but then again, I don't have time right now to do it. So, but yeah, as you can see, the characters look. Why does he look the way he looks? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, so this has the enhanced characters on it. Weird. The field models aren't loading. Yeah, I don't know. I could never really get into Middle Earth. I don't know if that's just a me thing or what, but the other thing is I don't know why it always shows I have barrier, even though I don't. Not that it really matters, but how'd you manage that? I'd love to get some Final Fantasy games for free, so I have the. It's acting like part of my mods aren't loading. It doesn't seem right. So the field textures are working. Are these turned off? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I didn't know that. I have Middle Earth on Steam, is it? Yeah, I have the Shadow of Mordor. So I played through some of it, but I don't know. It didn't hook me in, you know. Maybe one of those things we catch up one of these days and just kind of go through it, or find a game we can go through. Oh, you didn't do any of the side quests? Nice. So yeah, it's all on. Is there something in here that's blocking it? It's avatars. Nope. Weird. Only about 20 hours. That's pretty good, man. It seems like a pretty short game. I know the first time I played through Final Fantasy VII, which is completely different, I spent probably 100 plus hours on it. So it was definitely a lot different. So evil chocobos. I guess that's the black ones, right? Spouting all shadow. Uh, I remember spending hours just trying to get a golden one and then figuring out the recipe. And then you got to have the golden chocobo to get what is that? Round table or Knights of the Round? So yeah, you got to have that. But yeah, there's plenty of places online to find the formula for that. Well, I didn't have much friends, so it was all good. I spent most of my time on games. So yeah, I probably spent 100 plus hours, probably closer to 150 hours on Final Fantasy VII, the original playthrough. Probably pretty close to that on Final Fantasy VIII, and 9 was a little less open world and more kind of streamlined on how you go through the story. So probably close to 100 on it. So yeah, GameFAQs.com. That's it, man. That and the Brady guides. I actually have a couple of them still up on my shelf. I think I got 8, 10, and 12 of the Brady guides. So, yeah, if you like 7 and 8, 9 was really good. You should try 9. You'd probably really like it. It's kind of like if you've ever played Final Fantasy X, it's kind of like that. So, in terms of how all the aeons and summons and everything work, but sort of. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. I think 9 or 7, 7 through 10 are my favorite. Yeah, 10-2 was the extended part of the storyline, and yes, it was very odd. It was fantastic and odd at the same time. So 10 had an amazing storyline though. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, all the girls go out and do things. So yeah, we didn't over here in the U.S. We didn't get 3 until it was re-released. So the only way you could get it was through um, getting a Japanese copy or finding someone that had modded the game. So for the longest time, we didn't get 3. But yeah, I think that was Super Nintendo and oh, what did it come out with? It was something else. Yeah, pretty much. Emulator or smithing. That was about the only way to get it over here. Which kind of sucked because 3 was amazing. So why is my text all still janked up? Oh, I got rid of that mod. That's why the text is all janked up. Okay. I guess there isn't one for that. Do 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 do. Sort of. Final Fantasy 1 had the red mage and um, the clerics and things like that, but you couldn't really. I think it was the red mage, the black mage, and white mage. So it had colors in it, but it was. I don't think it was anywhere near the same kind of design. Because the red mage was more or less kind of like a shaman kind of thing. It could do some magic, but not a lot of magic, but still had chainmail and things like that. So it was a little bit different of a spinoff, more along the lines of like a D&D kind of thing versus what Final Fantasy is now. Yeah, they as the games progressed after 10, they changed pretty much everything. So 12 had that new battle system that some people loved and some people hated. I was the one that wasn't particularly fond of it because I was so used to menu style battles versus live action or button matching, if you will. So the storyline was good, but I wasn't particularly fond of the battle system. Then 13 was kind of the same story, and 14 was kind of your standard MMO style interface. So you didn't really have a menu there, but you have a menu to select what you want to use. So kind of menu based. So well, did you play the original Final Fantasy 14 before Rebirth? Because if you didn't, you need to. Yeah, the original Final Fantasy 14 was pretty rough. I ain't gonna lie. And then they did Rebirth and revamped the interface, and it was pretty usable then. I mean, the original interface was more like Guild Wars versus WoW, so it was a big jump. So, yeah, I was playing 14 back before Rebirth, and then, yeah, I couldn't really get into it, and then Rebirth came along, and I played it for a little while, and mostly it was WoW, though. So, yeah, Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. Those are two spin offs from Square Enix, different storylines, but yeah, they were good. The the old school SNES graphics on all the maps was kind of intense and awesome at the same time. I wish I still had them. I had them on PlayStation. So, but Yeah, I got tight on money at one point and ended up selling them all to my sister, and she won't sell them back. So, but there's so much in Final Fantasy 14, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know why my fill textures aren't loading. But anyway. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referencing as RS, but yeah, I played WoW from the end of vanilla all the way through the end of Lich King, and then tapered off and jumped back and forth for a while there. Yes. Oh, RuneScape. Yes. Yes. I played a little bit of RuneScape and Arcade and Requiem and all kinds of different games, but WoW was typically my go-to. Yeah, I kind of tapered off around the end of Lich King. So I tapered off and then would come back, and then for an expansion here and there. I skipped Pandora altogether because I was just like, what the hell is this? So, I mean, it wasn't a terrible expansion, but it was kind of an odd situation the way they kind of portrayed it. So, I'm with you. So many games. So, yeah, I got hacked a while back, and they took. I got hit with a what is that, ransomware, and they wiped out. But I used to have so many game installers, like crazy amount, that I just collected over the years and threw them up on my data server. I had some people living with me that downloaded questionable software, opened some backdoors, and well, things went sideways. So. Server with Shadowlands. Yeah, they're WoW's kind of swinging back through the original classics, so you can play through the new one, which is I guess the Dragon one's about to drop. I forget what the actual title is, but they also re-released the classics, so you could play through the original vanilla, the Burning Crusade, and Wrath of Lich King. They're the three classics they have right now, which is pretty cool. And they're all WoW owned servers, so you can get on there with all your friends and all that. Yeah, the security stuff is crazy nowadays. I wish I had time to play them, but I really don't. So that's why I'm playing back through old school and doing streams on it. Is then, a couple hours on a stream and hang out with some people, have some fun, and yeah. If I play by myself, I know I'll sit here for hours and hours and hours. And then look at the clock and be like, oh, it's 4 in the morning, I need to go to bed. Yep. That's kind of where I'm at. My youngest kid is 10, so she plays games, mostly Roblox, and I get on here and stream with her, but yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's kind of the point I'm at, is I'm starting my own side business selling clothes and merch and stuff. I'll be putting that up soon, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But yeah, 2 teens. That's too much. That is way too much. Oh, I forgot to set my material. Really? What kind of hobby did you get? Oh, Wavy got you all psyched up about 3D printing, huh? I'm betting if I go 3D printing, it's gonna be resin and it's gonna be minis. That's kind of the route I'm gonna go. So. Oh, did you? Yeah, I don't have a 3D printer. I don't really have room for it at the moment, so. Yeah, I think your biggest drawback's gonna be doing the 3D renders. Getting that all done. Oh, are you? Hide away. Yeah, I'm in the basement, which is like the main highway between the driveway and the house, so I feel you, man. Like, everybody walks through where my computer's at. Oh, are you? Nice. Oh, are you doing wallpaper versus painting? I don't know if that's a US thing, doing painting everything versus wallpaper. Woot woot! Assault gun. Oh no, 10 minutes to detonation. That's only enough time to go in here and equip things. Yep, need that. Oh, I can't change material yet, can I? No. Nice. Yeah. I'm glad they didn't go with some weird name, because, I mean, I don't know if you've ever played Final Fantasy XI, but that's kind of where they got the ideal from. And Final Fantasy XIV was a lot like Final Fantasy XI in the original release, and then they revamped the interface. It's a lot better now than what it was originally. Up the ladder. It kind of throws people off, though, when you're going through the count. Because they're like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy XIV, that's just one of the games. And it's really not. It's a whole different class of games. Save the girl. Standard practice. Dude, you got a lot of catching up to do. So there's 2 10s and 11 is an MMO. And there's 3 13s. So, yeah, you got some catching up to do for sure. But yeah, I still think you'll, if you liked like 7 and 8, you'll probably like 9. Because 9's good stuff. Right? Yep, run from the thing. It's kind of weird because usually it gives you the option of 2 timers. You either get 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and then you get to pick how slow you want to run out. I don't know, I was always one of those guys that just 10-minute and run like hell. Oh yeah, the first boss, the Buster, or not Buster, is it the Buster? That's the wrong button. There we go. No, that's the second Mako reactor, is you get a deal with the Buster. That hovercraft thing or whatever. But yeah. The crab is the first one, and then the Buster's the second one, the hovercraft. Oh yeah. Now this has got upgraded models on it, so like the backgrounds and stuff like that look a lot better than OG. I can actually turn them off and show it to you. It's a huge difference. But I gotta find a save point first, so. Because I was an idiot and skipped a save point. Open the door, bruh. There you go. I already got the chest over there, so I don't have to worry about it. I still don't know why my models look like they do, because they should be the other models, like that. Did they remaster this in a 4K? I thought that hadn't come out yet. I thought it was still to be released. Oh. Yeah, I knew they were doing a remaster of it, but I didn't know it was ready to come out. That's kind of cool. Yeah, the videos are jacked up. None of the sound works, but... Really? I'll have to look for that. So yeah, there is the remake and then the remastered. Yeah. I'll have to look for the remastered one. Because I know they were working on it, upgrading all the graphics and everything. Which I still don't know why my field models are all wrong. Standard wedge. Alright, so we killed the crab, and we're out of the Mako reactor. And I gotta go find the... Gotcha, okay. So, yeah, the remake or the remastered ones, it's sort of the same story and kind of how they did it, but it's also completely different because the theory is that in the original introductory video where it has Aerith looking into the Mako, what she sees is a vision of all of what was original Final Fantasy VII OG. And so it plays through a little differently in the remake, which is the actual real world. Is the theory behind it, but I don't know. That's all just internet speculation, you know? Absolutely. So yeah, that's the theory behind it. Is it's one's a vision, which is what the OG was, and then the other one's the actual game or the actual real world. Whether or not that's true from Square Enix or is a whole different, a whole different thing. I don't know, but it would make sense to all the alterations that they made because it is quite a bit different. Right, right. Nothing wrong with that except for lack of sleep. Gotta save that mental health, man. There's nothing in here that's good. Yeah, I haven't got to play the Integrad. I want to, but I haven't got it yet. But the remake, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It was kind of a different spin on everything that happened in Midgar, which is kind of cool because you kind of get bits and pieces and hints of what's actually going on in the OG, but not really everything that's going on, you know? Oh, so you're a StarCraft guy too. I actually have the battle chest over in the other room. The original battle chest. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's good stuff. What are you talking about? The remake doesn't tell the full story, or the OG doesn't tell the full story? That's kind of the feeling that I got too, is that the OG was hinting at things, but it wasn't telling the whole story. Right. That's exact vibe I got too. Which kind of makes sense too when you think about that they were limited to 600 megabyte discs. So there was a lot of graphics and gameplay to jam into a really small space. So yeah, comparing it today, a 480p video transcoded is more than that. So yeah. '98. What was I doing 98? So that would have been Hard Truck, StarCraft, Final Fantasy, and pretty much anything else I could find on PlayStation. Yeah. Ooh. You must have had one of those 55X drives that were pretty infamous for blowing up discs. They had any crack in them at all, they would blow up. I actually got one in the other room on my old school. I got an old Pentium 133 with a graphics card that I played Need for Speed 1 through 3 on. Yeah, I never really got into Total War, so I don't know too much about that one. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't think we ever braved the 55X drives. We always got like the 40 and 50X was the top out, so. But yeah, nostalgia, man. I actually still got that computer sitting in the other room. Yeah, I don't. As I said, I don't think I ever got into Total War too much. It's one on my bucket list to play, but I haven't. I haven't got there. Half-inch flopsters. Somewhere, and I don't know where it is, but I have a 5 1/4 inch uh, tank game that's on those old 5 1/4 inch floppy disks. It's for Apple. That was awesome. Dude, you had way better internet than we did. We had like 1440, and then I think it topped out at 56K before real internet started coming down. It was terrible. The tanks were all just wire mesh because they couldn't draw anything better. Yep, that's the one. And then you'd look at them, and they'd look kind of like a little block with a block on top of it with a rectangle sticking out of it, and that's what you're shooting. Yep, that's the one. Oh, good good times for sure. Um, yeah, most of my gaming. I mean, I played a little bit then, but most of my gaming started with NES and then Commodore 64, and then I moved over to 486s and then Pentiums. Still do console. PlayStation's still my favorite console, but it's not to say we don't own Xbox too. But PC still my go-to. Thing I like about PC is you can mod it any way you want it. So yeah, I like the old school consoles better than the new school. I wouldn't say prehistoric, but yeah, they're old school for sure. So, well, yeah, probably more than 3 generations, but yeah, you're right on. All except for the oh, what was it? It was the PlayStation 2 had the IBM. I think it was IBM power chip. I think the PlayStation 3 ran a RISC chip. Everybody hated the RISC chip, so yeah. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I ever actually owned a GameCube, as weird as that sounds. I kind of went PlayStation after PlayStation hit the market and stuck with them, and Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2 and 3 when those hit. So, right on. So, yeah, if you look back, the PlayStation was slower than the original Xbox, but then the PlayStation 2 was faster than the original Xbox, and then the 360 came out, which is pretty much on par with the PS3 and the one PS or Xbox One and PS4, and yeah, they've been kind of keeping up with each other now, but Nintendo decided to go completely a different route. They went basically to tablets. So, oh, nice. I got an OG 80 gig backward compatible PS3. that does 1, 2, and 3 all on the same console. I got to get a new power supply for it, but yeah, right on. It's worth a small fortune too. Oh, I was reading somewhere that someone hacked their Xbox One and were putting PlayStation games on it. PlayStation 4 games. That was pretty cool. I've also seen them where they crack out the cases and put an Xbox and PlayStation in a PC case with their PC. So, seen that too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't have an SNES, but I do have an NES and N64. So, Sega Mega Drive. That is a console I have not heard for a long, long time. Hold on, I want to grab this and show this to you real quick. You'll like this. Oh, if I can find it real quick. Where'd it go? Here it is. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. So hold on, let me switch over to full screen. So regular Xbox 360, right? No, that is a full-on PC, all in an Xbox case. So yeah, it was an early attempt. That's why everything's ugly on the back. I cut it all with snips instead of using a Dremel or something like that. But yeah, I kind of went crazy with modding. Actually, it's an ITX. It's an Athlon 5350 ITX. Yep. Actually, I might be able to pop it open here. Button modding at its best. And I lost the button. Oh well. Yeah, it's not held together real good anymore, for sure. Do I have my screwdriver? Yeah, you probably want to go get a couple winks for sure, man. Right on. Yeah, I'll be around. I did a pretty. Right on. Right on. Wrong button. No, I hit the wrong button and it went to the intro. Yeah, Streamlabs at its best. Right on, man. Get some winks. We'll talk tomorrow. I'm going to mess around here for probably another 30 minutes and then I'm going to call it. Right, right. Oh, can you see them? Yeah. Um, so I'm using Streamlabs. I don't know if you use them, but mine kind of does. So yeah, I don't have a lot of people following me or whatever, but yeah, I'm streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So whenever somebody joins, it rolls through, and maybe you can see it here, but it also shows up on my mini feed here. Right on. Yeah. Show me the ropes. Show me all the awesome stuff you use. That'd be awesome. I'm just kind of learning the ropes, so and making it up as I go. I'm paying for it. It's only like 20, so it's not a big deal. It's about what I pay for HBO Max, so I don't have Twitch Prime though. So yeah, I do, like I said, Facebook, YouTube, and uh, Twitch are the three. Which I like YouTube because it stores all the videos pretty much indefinitely, and Twitch you get 2 weeks. So, but uh, but yeah, I gotta get on a regular schedule so I can get followers and get monetized. You know. Yeah, have Amazon Prime too. I'm a sci-fi guy, so I switch between Paramount, HBO Max, uh, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. Are the four I usually switch between outside of my Plex. Good lord, man, that's crazy. My wife just spent about 1,000 on there getting Christmas. She's like, I'm not going to the store, so I'm buying everything on Amazon. Oh, does it? I'll have to look at that because I didn't know it gave you Twitch Prime for free. I know you got Amazon Music, but I didn't know you got Twitch Prime. Right, right. The wife started early, man. She's like, I'm going to get it all now, and then we're going to the Smoky Mountains for Thanksgiving, and then we're going to Florida down to Panama Beach for Christmas. So we're not even going to be home for them. We're just going to open our presents a couple days early and go. We finally decided that if we're going to do traveling, that we need to get it all paid for and do it. You know, I don't know where you're at over there in the UK, but I know there's a lot of beautiful country over there. Eh, it should be fine actually, because that'll give them a couple months to get everything back spinning. So we should be all right. Nice, nice. Yeah, I live in North Georgia, so like everywhere around me is wilderness. When it gets around this time, everything starts changing colors, and it's gorgeous, man. I will have to send some pics. Nice. Yeah, the thing that still gets me the difference in language, the refuse can versus trash can. Right? I could see that, but yeah, you'd probably get away from or away with it just because of your skin color. To be honest. Yeah, we got Sleepy Joe in there now, and he's just like, "Come on, everybody, come to the U.S. We're good with it." Well, there ain't nothing wrong with any of that, man. Uh, I think the worst hassle I've ever got with a passport is going into Canada. They wanted to rummage through my bag to make sure I didn't have any kind of fruit. I'm like, I don't have anything. Shoot. Man, here you can go on the internet and find out how to make a bomb in about 5 minutes. If you really wanted to make one, it's not hard at all. Now, that I can't argue. We stereotype everything. Well, I don't, but typical Americans do. Which is kind of depressing that they do, but what can you do? They base everything on stereotypes now. It's terrible. Man, they even make marketing models based off of stereotypes here, and it's horrible. They work, but it's still horrible. Yeah, I'm one of those, I guess you could say, liberals. I don't really. What you do with your own life doesn't make any difference to me. You know what I'm saying? Like here, a big thing is the LGBTQ or whatever. They can do what they want. Doesn't make no difference to me. Ah, fertilizer. That's all you really need. Fertilizer. You make a bomb out of that a lot easier. Or if you just want to make a quick one, that works in some aluminum foil in a container that's sealed. But that's a whole, yeah, don't do that. Don't really, seriously, don't do that. You'll blow your hands off. Yep. I've been around enough farms and known enough people that have done similar things, so don't feel bad. But yeah, feel sorry for him, man. That's if you don't know what you're doing, it can go sideways quick. I know a friend that chopped his thumb off on a sawmill. Nobody knows how he did it, but he managed to do it. I know another friend that chopped his fingers off using a circular saw cutting wood. Yep, yep. I'm East Coast, Eastern time zone, so I think I'm an hour ahead of Wavy. How did you almost chop your fingers off cooking? I don't understand people that. It's just me, but I don't understand how people chop their fingers off cooking. All you got to do is look at where the knife is. Ah, gotcha. So your knife's like a razor blade. Gotcha. So that makes sense. I just use the iron and get all the rolls out of my blade and go on with it. You know what I mean? You gotta pay attention to what you're doing, man. For real. A knife that sharp, you'll take fingers off in a heartbeat. Yeah, I don't mind cooking either. I have a limited recipe list, but I come up with all kinds of weird stuff. Remind you tomorrow to not chop your fingers off? Oh, nice. Dude, I'm a foodie. I'm all down for that. Like, my wife always asks me, well, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm like, I want to go out to a really nice restaurant. We went to this Korean barbecue place Friday night. That was amazing. It was They had just opened, so it was all you can eat. So you go in there, it's like $40, sit down, and then they bring you as much meat as you want, and you cook it right there in front of you. And their meat was to die for, man. It just melts in your mouth. Anyway, later, Jock. Right? Right? Yeah, ours is spread between Amazon Photos and Google and Apple. But yeah, right on. Nice. Yeah, I don't have that much food. But yeah. 200 gigabytes of food pics. That's a lot of food, man. I ain't gonna lie. Uh-oh. You got 20 minutes for that alarm, man. You might want to get a wink. Yeah, I live in an old house too, so it creaks. I know exactly what you're talking about. You hear them when they get up and move around. Later. I've done that a few times playing WoW, I ain't gonna lie. That's happened a lot. Or go to work, come home, play games all night, not go to bed, then go to work the next day. Well, wear a diaper when you go to bed, man. Some depends. Yeah, you're not gonna mitch much. I'm probably just gonna find the next save point and call it a night. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to figure out why my mods aren't loading. Because that should be a little different. Excuse me. Do, 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 do. Filled. Is that what I need now? Oh, it says it's already installed. Got the battle models. Hmm. Maybe if I reinstall them? I'm drawing a blank on how to uninstall things now. Controls. Oh, there's where I can change the resolution. Why? Oh, there it is. So let's try reinstalling these. I can picture the Jesse. That's kind of funny. I think these are pretty much all standard models. I can make Sid Biggs? What? That. Yeah, I want that off. So save that. I think those were the models that I liked. Yep. Yep. That one. That one should be the same. Yep. Mini games on. Yeah, the Nino style. Okay, so that all seems right. Let's see if it'll load those now. What are you complaining about, Duke? Oh, still didn't change the models. Hmm. I don't think I have any other models installed. I think this is all just... I don't think I really need the XP bars, do I? So I'm going to do that one, then that. Hmm. Weird. I don't know why they're not loading. I don't think this needs... Yeah, so with all this installed, it's like 25 gigs versus the 1.3 for the original. Okay. So that all looks fine. It's kind of crazy. It says it's 1.4. If I go down here to Steam. Oh, 27 gigs. It went up. Hmm. Well, I may have to do some more messing with this, but I think I'm going to call it here. Go ahead and catch a couple winks. I still don't understand why these aren't working. All right. Well, good night, folks. Thanks for hanging out.